Russia's territorial gains in Ukraine are slowing down dramatically, two analyses have found, continuing a pattern from 2024 at a time when both nations are trying to project strength in the face of United States-mediated negotiations aimed at ending the war.
Britain's Ministry of Defense last week estimated that Russian forces seized 143 SQ kilometers, 55 SQ miles, of Ukrainian land in March, compared with 196 SQ kilometers, 76 SQ miles in February, and 326 SQ kilometers, 126 SQ miles in January. The Institute for the Study of War, a Washington, D.C. based think tank, spotted the same trend, estimating Russian gains at 203 SQ kilometers, 78 SQ miles in March, 330 SQ kilometers, 137 square miles in February, and 427 square kilometers, 165 square miles in January. These estimates are based on satellite imagery and geolocated open-source photography rather than claims by either side. Should this trend continue, Russian forces could come to a standstill by early summer, roughly coinciding with U.S. President Donald Trump's self-imposed early deadline for achieving a ceasefire.
Russia's diminishing returns have come even as it has greatly expanded the size of its forces from an estimated 150,000 soldiers who carried out its initial invasion in February to May 2022. Since the beginning of the aggression, the enemy has increased its group fivefold. Ukrainian Commander-in-Chief Oleksandr Syrsky told the online publication Levy Bereg this week. He estimated that Russia has been adding 120,000 to 130,000 soldiers a year to its forces in Ukraine, and it today has about 623,000 military personnel in the country. Despite this, almost all of the Ukrainian territory Russia occupies, about a fifth of the country, was the result of the seizure of Crimea in 2014 and its initial full-scale invasion in 2022. A Ukrainian counteroffensive in 2023 took back about 20,000 SQ kilometers, 7,122 SQ miles. Russia has so far failed to recapture that. Its grinding advances in Ukraine's eastern region of Donetsk last year succeeded in wresting away just 4,068 SQ kilometers, 609 square miles, of fields and abandoned villages, equivalent to 0.69% of Ukraine, the Institute for the Study of War determined in January. Those gains also came at a significant cost in men and materiel. Ukraine's Ministry of Defense put Russia's losses of soldiers at 430,790. That's the equivalent of 36 Russian motorized rifle divisions and outnumbers Russia's losses in 2022 and 2023 combined. While Russia has recruited enough soldiers to more than make up for its losses, its performance on the battlefield suggests it is struggling to train and equip its forces. Moscow's announcement of each capture, however small, has helped create an impression of inevitability to its conquest of Ukraine. On Monday, for example, Russia's Ministry of Defense said it had taken the settlement of Katerinovka in Donetsk.